Welcome back, folks, to the gun review. This time we're looking at the history of the 357 Magnum, especially the one made by Smith & Wesson, because they're the ones that invented the cartridge. Smith & Wesson, back in the day, most police departments had the 38 Special, and they also carried the Colt 38. But mostly the Smith & Wesson 38 Special, the Chief Special, those guns like that, and revolvers. And basically, Smith & Wesson wanted to make a cartridge that was powerful enough to fight crime, especially in the major cities like Chicago and New York and all these cities that had super high crime, especially back in the days of the mob and prohibition. And 38 Special, the problem with that cartridge is that it did not have the power to penetrate metal as well as a bigger cartridge. So Smith & Wesson, behind closed doors, had this gentleman, Philip Sharp. He's the one that basically invented the cartridge for them in cooperation with Daniel Wesson, and they came up with the 357 Magnum. Now, the first gun that they came up with was the registered Magnum, and the registered Magnum was 357. That every time you bought one, somebody bought one, they give you a registration certificate for the gun, and they weren't mass produced. But was Smith & Wesson found out not only the police departments were buying them in bulk, also the general public wanted them, so they started making them in bulk. And the first one that they designed and made was the Model 27. As you can see here in the book right here. And the Model 27 was a huge success. It was offered in different barrel sizes, from 3.5 all the way up to 8 1/4. These guns were very well made, very well crafted, and made to do the job. And so they came up with that, with the Model 27, and after that they came up with other models that were as great quality as the 27. And one example is the Model 686. Now the Model 686 or 586, if you want it in blue, in 686 in stainless steel, that is one of the best 357 Magnums, bar none. And after this video, I'm going to show you my favorite 357 Magnum of my collection that I treasure. That gun, that revolver is just a work of art. But this 686 had the strength in the barrel, as you can see. It had the barrel that had the much stronger barrel, and this revolver was just a phenomenal revolver, and it was introduced in 1981. Smith & Wesson, as far as revolvers go, they knew what they were doing. Them and Colt were the two companies that were known for revolvers at that time. And these 357s were just the most powerful handgun at the time for civilian and police departments. Now we got the Colt Python. Well, the Colt Python is probably the most famous 357 Magnum in the business. Because of the quality, because of the construction, the craftsmanship, but also because of the hype. When you saw these guns in the movies, it gave it an elevation to it, as far as as the hype to the gun. And but it's a great gun. It was introduced in 1955, and it went off production for a while, and they decided to bring it back, and it's now in production, and it's a great revolver. Very well made. The craftsmanship is tremendous, and it's just a great revolver, very similar to the 686. Now, one of the most expensive 357 Magnums in the market today, it probably is the most expensive, is the Korth. The Korth revolver is a German-made 357 Magnum that they specially make to make it as strong as possible. They use the best steel. They used their best technology and craftsmanship to make this revolver. This revolver is less known in the business of revolvers, and because it's a revolver that's super expensive. As you can see, this is an old book here. This old gun book that I have here is from 2001. These revolvers go from 5,000 and up, and to tell you the truth, they're really well made. I don't know, to tell you the truth, if they're as good or better than a top of the line Smith & Wesson or a Colt Python, but their price indicates that they're very well made, and there's something that they do to make it that high of a price as far as the steel and the way they make the guns. So this is another brand that's one of the best 357 Magnums out there, which is the Korth Revolver. Another great gun is the Ruger GP100. Ruger makes a very strong gun, very well made to last, made to shoot 357. They're not as detailed and as well finished as Smith & Wesson or the Colt, but they're very good weapons, very strong in the construction. The only thing on the Ruger, the metal does not go all the way out down to the handle. It's up to right here. So this is all you get as far as steel. On the Smith & Wesson and Colt, it's all the way down. But this is a lower price weapon compared to those, but it's a very strong and well-made weapon. The Ruger GP100. Now, another 357 that I wanted to mention, I do not have a photograph of, is the Magnum MR73. Now that one is a special, really a special revolver. That Magnum was used by the French Special Forces to fight crime and go into situations of all types of different situations. Those guns were super well made. They used the best steel, best grips. I mean, wood grips were incredible on those guns, and I just wanted to mention that one because that one is not as it's around, well, not as expensive as the Korth, but it is probably the second most expensive 357 Magnum out there, and that was the Magnum MR73. Folks, I just want to do a small video, short video on the 357 Magnums. I think it's one of the most iconic, best revolvers ever invented. And I just wanted to show a little bit about the different ones and their history. As I said, I'm going to show my favorite 357 Magnum. I think you already seen it in my video that I did a while back on it, but I'm going to show it to you right now. Folks, and this is my special 357 Magnum. It's really my pride and joy. I had it on a video before, so this is it right here. This is the Smith & Wesson 357 Magnum 686, and with the custom grips. I made these grips myself. I stained them, and it's just this is just the most beautiful handgun that I've ever owned and ever seen. I've seen Colts, but this one in particular just takes the cake. It's just a beautiful, beautiful weapon, and it's all solid. I mean, this thing is just weighs, and it's heavy. All incredible, unbelievable construction. You name it. This just a great revolver. If you are thinking of getting a revolver and you want a 357, consider a 686. Thanks for watching the channel. I appreciate it. Thanks for subscribing. It helps me out. And you have a great day. God bless you. Bye.